superheroes and supervillains. It's your friend Sean PVS 101. Welcome back to another new video on my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing very well recently. And today's brand new video on my YouTube channel I'm gonna make is something different because since I was looking at my phone on the internet, what's going on, I was checking out something on Twitter, what's something new, I would scroll down, what's going on, but then I heard the announcement. The DCEU, aka the DC Extended Universe, went from Man of Steel later on to Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom of Atlantis, which is a direct sequel to the first Aquaman movie, directed by James Wan, starring Jason Momoa. It is officially coming to an end. I'm not joking. The DC Extended Universe went from Man of Steel to Aquaman 2 is officially coming to an end right now. And after I read the article on the news, I gotta say for this. And nothing, the value was lost. So yeah, nothing, the value was lost to the whole DCEU, in my opinion. So yeah, honestly, I wasn't that shocked or depressed about the DCEU, aka the Snyderverse, is coming to an end right now. So yeah, honestly, not that shocked or upset. Honestly, I have never biggest fan of the DCEU, in my opinion, aka the Snyderverse. I find the DCEU to be a complete total mess, in my opinion, because I find the whole franchise a mess. The DCU is like the MCU, but worse. So yeah, with horrible decisions, messy plot points that make no sense, and just a complete mess and forgettable franchise. Look, before I start this video, before I start my opinion to share my thoughts on some DCU movies, I do not hate DC. I am not a big DC hater or a toxic MCU fan. Look, I love DC. I love DC along with Marvel. I love both Marvel. I love both Marvel and DC. I love them both for my pop culture media. When I talk about movies or shows from both of those companies, I love to talk about both Marvel and DC content a lot on my channel, both positive or negatively. I love talking about both of these media for Marvel and DC. I like to share some movies, TV shows, and animation from those companies, both good or bad, or the middle of the mid. I love DC Comics as well. I love DC. I love their characters. I love their characters from the comics, shows, or movies, or animation from Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman from the comics. I respect them as icons. And also, I love DC as well. I love their projects, like Richard Donner's Superman movies are awesome. The first two movies, not the third or fourth. The Tim Burton Batman movies are well written. I love the first two, not the Joe Schumacher ones. And even, I really love and enjoy the Dark Knight trilogy. It's one of the most well-written movies from the comic book movie era. And also, I really love and enjoy reading some DC comics. For example, I love to read this, Superman All-Stars, one of the greatest DC comics I have ever read in my life. I'm so glad I bought this comic book at Barnes & Nobles because I've been reading for this nonstop, how fantastic this comic book is, because it's one of my favorite comic books I've seen from DC, and one of the best comic books from the character of Superman, because I freaking love Superman. Superman is one of my favorite superheroes in general from DC. He is my favorite hero because this is the best version of the Superman in the comics. He is very loyal, likable, and very I can relate to, unlike Man of Steel Superman. But I love Superman All-Stars. Great story, lovable characters, and fantastic action scenes. Love Superman All-Stars. I still love DC. I love Superman. He's one of my favorite superheroes in general. So yeah, I still love DC a lot, but however, what I don't like is I don't like DC handling their cinematic universe, like the DCEU, for example. Messy decision, poor cohesive moments, and just not a good franchise at all for a 10-year run. From Man of Steel to Aquaman 2. I find the whole franchise just a mess in general. So yeah, let's share my thoughts on some on the DCU movies. Like, first start with Man of Steel back in 2013. Honestly, I used to watch and really enjoy Man of Steel, but however, when I grow a lot more mature and started to focus more on other DC content than Man of Steel, I started to like this movie less and less. Honestly, I find this movie nothing special. I just really do not like Man of Steel. It's not the worst, but I just really wasn't a fan of Man of Steel. Like, very bland story, very forgettable and boring characters, very horrible written story, very bland written character development, awful action scenes. Oh my god, the action scenes are horrible. And also the tone is very depressing, boring, bland, and even mean-spirited. Oh my god, the tone in Man of Steel is so depressing. Honestly, where's the fun? Where's some of the humor? Honestly, the one thing I do not like about Man of Steel is where is the magic and joy of the character of Superman? Where's the magic and spirit of the character of Superman? Like, for example, in Superman All-Stars, one of the greatest comics I ever seen in my life. Like, where's the magic and joy from the interpretation of Superman instead of the kind-spirited optimism and also joyful Boy Scout of the character of Superman from the comics, the cartoons, and some of the movies. It's just thrown out the window, and then instead of we introduced this version of Man of Steel, a very evil, joyless, mean-spirited killer. I'm sorry, I really do not like Man of Steel. If you enjoy this film, good for you. I respect your opinion, but for me, I just do not like this movie. I find Man of Steel to be very joyless, bland, depressing, and even mean-spirited. Oh, I do not like Man of Steel. Also, Batman versus Superman. Oh my god. While I ranted and complained about Man of Steel a lot, but Batman versus Superman, oh my god. I hate Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice. I remember seeing this movie in theaters back in 2016, and it was awful. Oh my god, what the hell happened to this movie? If you thought Man of Steel was bad, I don't like Man of Steel a lot, but BVS, this movie, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, makes Batman and Robin and Superman 4 Quest for Peace look like The Incredibles. Oh my god, this movie makes Superman 4 Quest for Peace and Batman and Robin look like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and The Incredibles. How bad BVS is. Awful storytelling, which is the story's a complete mess. Bland and undeveloped characters. None of the characters have no development or motivation. The action scenes are terrible, except for the warehouse scene is pretty cool, but anything else, the action scenes are not good. Even the tone is depressing and mean-spirited, and even the saving Martha, when Batman and Superman have the same mother names, Martha, it is some of the most stupid and poorly written moments from the DCEU. Oh my god. This movie is a freaking failure. Really cannot wait to rant on that movie 2 years later. So yeah, honestly, I really hated Batman vs. Superman. Easily one of the worst cinematic universe in the DCU. Even the 2016 Suicide Squad is awful. So yeah, screw that movie. Also, the first Wonder Woman movie is really good. I really like Wonder Woman. A very well made movie that almost got it right. I just love the first Wonder Woman movie, directed by Penny Jackson, starring Gal Gadot, the same character in Batman vs Superman. I like the first Wonder Woman movie. Very strong story, lovable characters, beautiful action scenes, and very well written, well creative action scenes. It's not a perfect movie. I have some issues, like some of the CGI can be a bit wacky sometimes, especially towards the climax with Ares. Also, the villain Ares is not a well written villain. So yeah, not as bad as Lex Luthor and BVS, which I find Lex Luthor to be the worst villain I've seen from the DCU, but Ares is just forgettable. So yeah, at least the first Wonder Woman movie got almost right. It is a well-written movie. And also, haven't seen Justice League yet. I try to skip on Justice League because I heard bad things about the 2017 Justice League movie. Yeah, I'm not watching that movie. Trying to skip on it. Not gonna watch the Joss Whedon version or the Snyder version. I'm just trying to say that out. Not gonna watch both versions. Also, Aquaman. Aquaman was okay. Nothing perfect. Wasn't awful. But the first Aquaman movie, I used to saw that movie in theaters back in 2018. It was okay. Nothing special. Also, Shazam. I really like Shazam. Shazam is a really fun, creative movie. I love the first Shazam movie, starring Zachary Levi as Shazam. Very likable protagonist and a lot of fun. Great story, likable and fun characters, and great creative action scenes. So yeah, I love the first Shazam movie. And also, Birds of Prey was pretty enjoyable. It's not a perfect film, but I do like Birds of Prey. It's pretty fun. I know it's a Harley Quinn spin-off project from the 2016 Suicide Squad movie starring Margot Robbie. I love Margot Robbie as an actress. Also, I do love her as Harley Quinn a lot in Birds of Prey. I thought her character was a lot of fun. Do enjoy Birds of Prey. And also, Wonder Woman 1984, however, it's not the worst film of the DCU, but I used to like Wonder Woman 1984. I was hyping that film a lot, but however, I declined that movie a lot. Now Wonder Woman 1984 is a step down from the first movie. It was forgettable. Not the worst, but forgettable. Also, haven't seen Zack Snyder's Justice League yet. I'm not gonna watch his version of Justice League because I'm not a big fan of Zack Snyder. I do not hate him as a person, but him as a director, in terms of story and some visuals, I wasn't a fan of him. I find him to be very overrated as a director. And I'm not going to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League because of this movie is 4 hours long. I'm not going to watch it. Not in the mood of not going to watch a 4-hour movie. I might be very bored. Also, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Oh boy. I freaking love The Suicide Squad. Easily the best DCEU movie I've ever seen. I freaking adore The Suicide Squad. Easily the best movie from the DCEU. Fantastic story, lovable characters, awesome action scenes, and fantastic visuals and direction by James Gunn. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is like the 2016 Suicide Squad, but much better. So yeah, the Suicide Squad is way better than the 2016 version because that movie put the 2016 version in a coma. So yeah, love the Suicide Squad so much. And also haven't seen Peacemaker yet, but I heard that show is fantastic because of that theme song. I'll check that show out one day. Also, haven't seen Black Adam yet. I don't care about Black Adam as a character or anything like it. Just don't care about watching Black Adam. Shazam, Gods of Fury, I still enjoy that movie, but it is no near good as the first movie. It was a little step down from the first film, but it was not awful, but no good, not as good as the first movie. And also, I haven't seen The Flash I haven't seen the Flash movie this year starring Ezra Miller. Yeah. Not gonna watch the Flash movie because of the star Ezra Miller. Yeah. That disgusting delusional actor as the character. Yeah, not gonna watch The Flash. Also haven't seen the Blue Beetle yet when it came out on August of that year. Not gonna watch Blue Beetle. We'll see. Also, the new final film of the DCU, Aquaman 2 and the Lost Kingdom of Atlantis. I'm not saying that movie's bad, but I haven't seen it yet. Only seen the first movie one time, and that's it. I'm gonna wait for Aquaman 2 to come out on streaming one day. So yeah, that's it for my thoughts. Share my thoughts on some of the DCU movies, both good or bad. So yeah, honestly, I just really not a fan of the DCEU because the DCEU overall as a franchise is such a mess. There is no cohesive direction. All their movies are not that great, except for a few movies I really like and love. Like the first Wonder Woman movie was great. I love the first movie a lot. Shazam was a lot of fun. Even James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is fantastic. And also haven't seen Peacemaker. I'm so excited to watch that show. I'm gonna love Peacemaker because Peacemaker is awesome. But the rest of the DCEU as a whole, like Man of Steel wasn't that great. BVS was atrocious, and even Suicide Squad 2016 sucked. So yeah, I'm very happy the DCEU is over. Thank God. Whew. Good riddance for this franchise. Thank God the DCU is over because of Peter Safran and James Gunn, the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy and the Suicide Squad, is going to reboot the DCU. Now it's called DCU, aka DC Studios. And then James Gunn's going to release their first movie of the new DC universe, Superman Legacy, will release on July 11, 2025. Next 2 years from 2025. I cannot wait for James Gunn and Peter Safran's new universe when they release Superman Legacy. That is my most anticipated movie of that year, 2025. So yeah, I'm very relieved the DCEU is over. I used to like some of their movies, but when I grow older, I watch way better movies, and when I watch way better comic book movies than the DCU, I gotta realize the DCU wasn't that great. It is a mess. So yeah, especially the Snyderverse is dead. Thank God the Snyderverse is dead. Honestly, to all you Snyder cultists on the internet, especially on you guys on Twitter, saying, "Shut BVS 101, why do you celebrate the DCU/Snyderverse over? We're gonna bring back the Snyderverse from Zack Snyder and release Morris Justice League sequels, blah blah blah." You can enjoy your hashtag crap on the internet, but honestly, the DCU is dead on arrival. And we got a new James Gunn universe is coming up real soon. You guys are cope hard like a bunch of babies. So yeah, I'm very happy the DCU is dead. I just do not want to go to see Aquaman 2 in theaters because I just want that universe to be over and focus on James Gunn's new universe because I'm not going to pay my money to go see Aquaman 2. I just want to watch it for free on streaming. I just want James Gunn's universe instead. So yeah, overall, the DCEU is such a mess. Begin with not good direction or good decisions. There's no plan for this universe. This universe is such a mess. Say what about the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Say what about those movies? Sure, they're not artsy films or peak cinemas. At least the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, at least they have a story, direction, decisions by Kevin Feige. At least the MCU had a plan, but the DCU doesn't. So yeah, overall, DCU is dead. I'm happy this universe is over, and we're gonna move on to the new universe by James Gunn. So yeah, subscribe and get totally wicked.